Infidelity, gambling, substance abuse, and family feuds. Phil Esposito's NHL journey had no shortage of drama. It wasn't just his skills on the ice that grabbed attention. It was the storm of troubles off the ice that kept everyone talking. Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Esposito hasn't shied away from being honest about the darker parts of his life. Even when that honesty stirred up controversy, he's openly admitted to being unfaithful during his first marriage. A confession that brought mixed reactions. Some saw it as brave and refreshing to hear such candor from a public figure, while others felt it was a betrayal to his family and a stain on his reputation. But the drama didn't stop there. Esposito has also talked openly about his struggles with alcohol and cocaine during his playing days. By sharing these personal battles, he's helped shine a light on issues that many athletes face but rarely discuss. For some, this openness made him relatable and human, someone willing to confront his demons head-on. For others, though, it only added to the image of a man whose life was as messy off the ice as it was successful on it. On top of everything else, Esposito has also opened up about his past struggles with gambling addiction. This was another layer to his complicated story, and like many of his revelations, it sparked a lot of conversation. By sharing this part of his life, Esposito helped highlight how serious and all-consuming gambling can be. For some, it was a brave move, one that showed he wasn't afraid to confront his mistakes and use his experiences to shed light on an issue that often gets swept under the rug. But not everyone saw it that way. His admission also raised eyebrows, with some questioning his financial responsibility and judgment. After all, gambling can have ripple effects, and for someone in the spotlight, it adds even more fuel to the fire. Fans and critics alike wondered how much of his life had been impacted by this addiction and what it said about the choices he made along the way. Esposito's life has never been short on drama, and some of his most personal conflicts have spilled into the public eye. In his autobiography, Esposito didn't hold back when talking about the strained relationships within his own family, including his tensions with his brother Tony, who was also an NHL star. While some appreciated his honesty, many felt airing such private matters crossed a line. The revelation sparked criticism and reportedly made those family dynamics even more complicated. But family drama wasn't the only controversy Esposito found himself in. In 1998, while serving as the general manager of the Tampa Bay Lightning, he ended up in a heated confrontation with Toronto Star columnist Bob McKenzie. McKenzie had been critical of Esposito's management, and things boiled over into a full-on dressing room altercation. The situation escalated so much that police had to be called in. Though no charges were filed, the incident added another layer to Esposito's already colorful reputation. Then there was the infamous brawl in 1988 during a game between the New York Rangers and Pittsburgh Penguins. Esposito, coaching the Rangers at the time, found himself at the center of the chaos. The game was already heated, but when a massive fight broke out involving players and coaches, fingers were pointed at Esposito. Many accused him of provoking the melee with his comments and behavior on the bench. The incident poured gasoline on the fire of an already fierce rivalry between the two teams and cemented Esposito's image as a polarizing figure in the hockey world. Through all this, one thing is clear. Whether on or off the ice, Phil Esposito has never been afraid to stir the pot. His larger-than-life personality has made him a legend, but it's also ensured that controversy follows him wherever he goes. Esposito's hockey journey is nothing short of legendary, and it all began when he was a teenager, signing with the Chicago Blackhawks. Assigned to the Sarnia Legionnaires Junior B hockey team for the 1960-61 season, Esposito wasted no time making an impact. In just 32 games, he racked up an incredible 47 goals and 61 assists, totaling 108 points, an astounding 3.3 points per game. His playoff performance was just as jaw-dropping. In one game, he scored 12 points, propelling the Legionnaires to the Western Ontario final before being eliminated. After a stellar junior season with the Saints, Esposito moved up the ranks, spending 2 seasons with the St. Louis Braves, Chicago's minor league affiliate. He tallied 90 points in his first season and an impressive 80 points in just 46 games during his second. Midway through the 1964 season, his big moment arrived. Esposito was called up to make his NHL debut with the Blackhawks. By 1965, Esposito was centering for the great Bobby Hull, and his playmaking abilities quickly made him a standout. Over the next 3 seasons, he consistently ranked among the league's top scorers. Then, in 1967, his career took a pivotal turn. In a blockbuster trade, Esposito, along with Ken Hodge and Fred Stanfield, was sent to the Boston Bruins. While Hodge and Stanfield became stars in Boston, Esposito reached an entirely new level of greatness. In 1969, Esposito made history by becoming the first NHL player to score 100 points in a season, smashing the record with an unbelievable 126 points. He nearly repeated the feat the next year, falling just 1 point short, but then went on to hit the 100-point mark for 5 consecutive seasons. Along the way, he dominated the league, winning the Art Ross Trophy as the top scorer in 1969 and from 1971 to 1974. He also led the NHL in goals for 6 straight seasons from 1969 to 1975, solidifying his reputation as the best scorer of his era. Esposito wasn't just about the numbers. His presence on the ice was unforgettable. Known for his unshakable positioning in front of the opponent's net, he had a knack for scoring from any angle. As he famously put it, scoring is easy. You simply stand in the slot, take your beating, and shoot the puck into the net. While not the fastest or most graceful skater, his strength, reach, and stick handling skills allowed him to control the puck under intense pressure, often killing penalties single-handedly. During his prime, Esposito anchored one of the most iconic forward lines in NHL history, with Ken Hodge on his right and Wayne Cashman on his left. Together with Bobby Orr, Esposito led the Bruins to Stanley Cup victories in 1970 and 1972. The Bruins also finished first in the league in 1971, 1972, and 1974, further cementing their dominance during that era. The 1970-71 season was particularly memorable for Esposito. He shattered the record for most goals in a season with 76, a milestone that stood until Wayne Gretzky broke it in 1982. Esposito was on hand to pass the torch, presenting Gretzky with the game puck after his historic achievement. That same year, Esposito also set a single-season point record of 152, a mark later surpassed by Gretzky, but still an incredible accomplishment. His 550 shots on goal that season remain a record, with only one player, Alexander Ovechkin, coming close. Even today, Esposito's legacy in Boston remains unmatched. As of 2024, he ranks second in all-time regular season goals for the Bruins, behind only Johnny Busick, and holds the franchise record for playoff hat tricks with 4. His contributions weren't just on offense. As a penalty killer, he scored 20 shorthanded goals for the Bruins during his career. Esposito's international career was just as remarkable. In the 1972 Summit Series against the Soviet Union, he served as Canada's captain and leading scorer, delivering a passionate speech that rallied his teammates and earned him the Lou Marsh Trophy as Canada's Outstanding Athlete of the Year. He continued to represent Canada in the 1976 Canada Cup and the 1977 World Championships, showcasing his leadership and talent on the global stage. In 1975, Esposito's time with the Bruins came to an end when he was traded to the New York Rangers. Though no longer in his prime, Esposito proved he could still produce, leading the Rangers in scoring during each of his full seasons with the team. He captained the Rangers to the 1979 Stanley Cup Finals and became the first player to score 600 NHL goals while wearing a Rangers uniform. Esposito retired in 1981, ranking second only to Gordie Howe in career goals and total points. But his involvement with hockey was far from over. He served as general manager and coach for the Rangers, earning the nickname Trader Phil for his numerous transactions, including notable trades for Marcel Dion and Jean Rattel. Esposito's next chapter was perhaps his boldest. He spearheaded the efforts to bring NHL hockey to Tampa Bay, Florida, founding the Tampa Bay Lightning in 1992. As the team's first president and general manager, he made history by signing Manon Rhéaume, the first woman to play in the NHL. Though the team faced challenges under its initial ownership, Esposito's passion for hockey in Tampa helped lay the foundation for the Lightning's eventual success. Even after his firing from the Lightning in 1998, Esposito remained a beloved figure in the hockey world. He returned to the team as a radio color commentator and has continued to share his love of the game with fans through his work on Sirius XM's NHL Network Radio. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.